published 1753 EDT, the 16th of September 2017, updated 1922 EDT, the 16th of September 2017. Mauricio Pochettino insisted that Tottenham must and will get over the Wembley curse after a frustrating 0-0 draw with Swansea, which means they have yet to win at home in the Premier League this season. The Spurs boss says that despite the fact his side have now dropped 7 points in the first 3 league games at Wembley, having taken 53 from a possible 57 at home last season, they need to confine White Hart Lane to history. Tottenham's only home win this term came on Wednesday against Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League, and Pochettino drew on that game to rebut the accusations that Wembley is now undermining the season. Mauricio Pochettino was frustrated to field more questions on Tottenham's Wembley curse that was once again the topic of discussion in his press conference after a draw with Swansea. Spurs have dropped more points in 3 Wembley games than they did in 19 at home last term. Maybe it was a problem, he replied ironically when asked about the stadium. But today, when you watch the game, do you believe that Wembley was a problem? I think it's a good point to talk before or after, or if you don't win. But Dortmund was at Wembley. What can we do? We play here at Wembley and we have to make a home at Wembley. I will repeat always the same every single press conference: we need to move on. It's so important to move on. It's true last season was fantastic at White Hart Lane. But today we are at Wembley. White Hart Lane is history. We are building a new stadium which will be fantastic, and every single season is completely different. And we can't compare this season to last season. We have a new squad, a different dynamic, and it's up to us to create a new dynamic and be positive, but I think it's too early to analyze. The reality is that we have dropped a lot of points at home after 3 games, but I'm not worried. If we play in that way, we will win a lot of games. We didn't concede 1 shot on target. That says a lot about the commitment and the way we played. But Pochettino has urged everyone to now move on. He said White Hart Lane is history. Pochettino also suggested that Spurs deserved more against Swansea on Saturday evening. Spurs registered 8 shots on target to Swansea 0. And Harry Kane hit the crossbar.